It's time to sip the coffee and spill the tea on Talking with 3D Live. Here's your host, Derrick Dixon.
Welcome to Talking with 3D Live. I'm your host, Derrick Dixon, and this is where we always sip the coffee and spill the tea. And today I am so excited because Alvin Gray is in the house. I've been trying to get him on this show for some time now, and he has finally got here. I had to go through his assistant. I had to, sign some papers and some waivers and all this kind of stuff, but he's here. He is here. So I'm excited to have him here. Listen, before we get started, do me a big favor. Make sure that you tell everybody about Talking with 3D Live. Click it, love it, share it. Do all those things. Make sure that you're subscribing. And do me a big favor. Leave a comment. We need you to leave your comments. Let us know what you're thinking. If you have some questions for me, if you have some questions for Alvin, I'll make sure that he answers you back. But make sure that you do leave your comments because that's important. We want to thank you guys for tuning in always to Talking with 3D Live, because this is an iRose Film production. So Mr. Alvin Gray is here. Thank you, sir, for joining me on Talking with 3D Live. I'm really excited to have you here.
Oh, yeah.
Excited to be here. We have talked in different settings and been in different events and things like that.
Some crazy sets.
We have been there. I've never actually worked with you as far as one of your movies. I've never worked with you. And so, but we're going to talk about that because we're going to talk about an announcement that you made.
Okay.
And we want to see how true that is. I want the exclusive right here.
Okay.
Because I ain't seen you on an interview since you've made that announcement. So we want to talk about that.
Okay.
But I want to let everybody know, if you don't know who Alvin Gray is, you will get to know him today. I don't know how you don't know who Alvin Gray is, but Alvin Gray is a prolific director, producer, writer, producing headliner films such as The Nurse that saw the baby on the side of the highway, The Actor that got chased around the city, The Wife Who Didn't Know Who She Married, and many, many, many more. And I'll tell you, Alvin, you will come up with some titles to some movies that I'm just like going, of course we know where it came from.
Right.
Right. So I want to ask you this. First off, Alvin, where did you get started in filmmaking? Where did this whole idea of you saying, I want to be a filmmaker?
I think I like to tell stories. So back when I was a child, I didn't like my childhood too much for whatever reasons, just the way I came up in my home. So I would take my action figures and just create stories with those. And from there, I decided I wanted to keep telling stories when I got into school. So took a couple of media classes and, just started messing with friends and the cameras and created different films like that and played them across the school. And that was it. That's how I pretty much got into film. And from there, jumped in The Wire and Step Up as an extra to learn how they really do it. And just from there, took different things and created my own movies and kept the ball rolling.
Do you think, especially as, us that are into arts, that because even me as a kid, I would create my own imagination of life, of my surroundings and who I was.
Yeah.
And I mean, did you do that a lot?
Yeah, a lot. With every action figure I could think of, I always would just tell different stories and place myself as a character in the story as well. And I just continue to do that. Even now when I write films, I imagine myself there as the character and put it, hey, what would I do in this situation? What would I do in this situation? So yeah, do the same thing.
Yeah. I think it's something that gives us this imaginary world to get out of, like you say, that, you really didn't care about your,
my reality at the time.
Your reality at the time.
Yeah.
So this created a better reality for you. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
It did. It gave me a chance to escape my surroundings, by creating these fictional worlds. But how do you do that when you're, becoming a young man or a grown man? You can't. People look at you like you're crazy. So
right.
okay, I won't play with the toys anymore. Let's get some actors. Let's really do it for real. And that's
Yeah.
kind of what happened. So it's just escape from reality and for me to be able to create a bigger world and get some stuff out of my head onto the screen.
Has that, as far as coming up through life, has that helped you deal with a lot of situations?
I would say so, for sure. I just put out a Christmas movie called Baltimore Christmas Story.
Okay.
In that story, there are a lot of things that happen to me throughout life, from a child to a grown man, that you can actually see in the movie Christmas Story. And it's just like a form of therapy for me to be able to tell my story and fix it into these different movies that I create.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Therapeutic.
Very
And,
much.
let me ask you this, because, and this is kind of going a different way, but because a lot of us don't believe in therapy. We don't believe in going and seeing psychiatrists and everything, because then it really means something's wrong with us.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And then they want to put you on medication and things like this. So the therapeutic, the therapy part of that for you, how did you be able to say, you know what, I can escape this, but I know it's still there?
How did I say I can escape it, but I know it's still there? I just really was like tunnel vision. I constantly kept myself working on something, and you can see that now even with my current films. I'm always doing something, so it works so much so where sometimes it might even feel like it's real to me. I can't tell what's real and what's not.
Right.
Some people always say to me, Alvin, your life is not real. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? But the way that I just live my life sometimes can come off a little fictional because I get lost in my therapeutic way of handling things through film.
But you're a storyteller, regardless of what it is. If it is eating a pizza, if it is where you went and got crabs from, if it's
the rats,
if it's the rats in the house, if it's where you purchase wings at, you have a story to tell about your adventure.
Yeah. Yeah. And I look at my life probably like Bobby's world, where everything is like this imaginary world. Because I can't believe this stuff is happening. Every day it's something weird. And I don't know if it happens to everyone else, but to me, I'm like, you can't make this stuff up. This is so bizarre.
Do you think it's supposed to happen to you?
I feel like God blesses me because I keep him entertained. You know what I mean? So he's like, you know what? I'm going to give Alvin a break today because he gives me a good episode. Right. So I really do feel like it's intentional, like the universe or God or Allah, whoever, like who y'all believe in, me, God, but they use me for entertainment purposes or for some type of weird study. And, they bless me by keeping me alive to continue to live these bizarre events in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Including today.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I have a bizarre story later on to talk about, but yeah. Yeah. So it's always something happening. Different characters coming in my life and everything. This was weird.
So you come up and with these titles, the actor that got chased around the city. So we know what that story's about. You hear about it, you see it, you make a movie out of it.
Right.
How do they ever catch up with the actual person that this involves?
Yes. So it was on the Breakfast Club. Jonathan Majors was on the Breakfast Club.
Okay.
And they were interviewing Jonathan Majors, and Jazz Hilarious was like, so it's a director in Baltimore named Alvin Gray, and he shot a movie based off you getting chased around the city. And he seemed confused, like, what? No way, no way. And I'm pretty sure that he went in to go watch it afterwards. Yeah. But I'm very careful, very strategic on how I make these films. But people
because how does the person say that's about me, and this is fictional or this is not true? Do you fear that they could come back and say, we're going to sue you, we're going to do this?
I mean, I've heard.
How do you maneuver around that doesn't happen?
Well, number one, it's a parody. I grew up in a time with A Living Color, where I thought Michael Jackson literally was on A Living Color because I was younger. Parodies have always been a thing, from Scream, Scary Movie,
all the Wayne brothers.
Yeah, all that stuff. That's the era I grew up in. So I'm just taking frontline page news and mixing with some parody and some of my cinema talents and making I'm just reporting the news in a
Yeah.
sense, if you want to say it that way, or it's a parody.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty safe, you know, and I don't really, these movies I don't really speak ill of anyone either.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Just
It's just,
telling the story.
yeah, I'm very fair to the story that actually happened. So then I can't even say that I'm discrediting their name or nothing like that, because I'm actually telling what the news is actually saying. I'm just shooting it on my own, that's all.
Today's episode of Talking with 3D Live is brought to you by iRose Films. iRose Films photo booth will capture every special event, from birthday parties, weddings, baby showers. They also specialize in 360 booths, also videography. So please make sure that anytime that you have a special event, contact iRose Films, irosefilms.com. And then the one parody that you did, the girl who got the glue stuck in her hair. So you actually took that. It was a parody, but you took it a little further and really told her story.
Yeah.
So, and I never knew until someone told me that that was actually her.
Wait, no, it wasn't.
Was that not her? Because they were telling me.
Oh, wait, what did you say? I might have confused it. The glue or the
glue.
The glue, yes.
The gorilla
That is
glue.
her. Yeah, I'm thinking about the nurse on the highway.
Yeah,
You're
not the
talking
nurse
about
on the highway, but
the glue, yes.
The nurse on the highway, she.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But no.
She got some stuff to deal with. But the gorilla glue girl.
Yeah, no, she saw my other movies.
Yes.
And was like, hey, I want you to tell my story.
So she asked you, she reached out to you to say, can you tell my story?
And then I was like, sure, I can. Let me get Nichelle Noel. I said, hey, Nichelle, I need you to write me a script. Talk to Tessica. Y'all figure this out. They talked to each other for a few days. They gave me a script. I read over it and was like, all right, let's shoot it. And we shot it in like 5 days or something.
Wow.
Yeah, in a snowstorm last year.
Yeah.
Yep. So that was wild.
So by her shooting that, how was more therapeutic for her than anything?
Very
being
much.
able to tell her story.
Yeah, very much. And I was scared for a moment to actually use her, because I didn't want to have to relive those moments. Because again, like you said, this wasn't more of a parody. This was actually like her real story, which dealt with domestic violence.
Right.
So I'm
because all we knew was the glue.
The glue, right.
We didn't know the backstory.
Right. Which the glue is probably maybe 5 minutes of the movie. That's it. You know what I mean? The rest of it is dealing with her real life. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to, number one, she wasn't the actress. You know, she's a regular person, a celebrity, but just like she wasn't an actress. And I had to do this quick. So I needed someone who's trained and who was able to, move and shake with us. But she held her own. And she didn't have any trauma side effects, nothing like that. She was like, let's do it. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. And we got it done. So very proud of Tessica and how she handled that. Yeah. That'll be out on Tubi in December 11th. That's whenever that is.
Okay.
In this world.
So how many movies do you actually have out on Tubi?
Yikes. On Tubi, I have maybe 10 or 12, between 10 and 12, I think.
Okay.
Altogether, I have maybe 20 films out. But where are they at? YouTube, Apple TV, Amazon Tubi, some other places. Yeah. They're just everywhere.
What would you, in the big scheme of everything, what would you like to see? Where would you like to see an Alvin Gray film?
Honestly, at this point, I'm at a place now where I'm good with it. Would I like to see an Alvin Gray film in the Apple Store, maybe playing on the phone? I don't know.
Right.
I'm at a point where, and this is not for everybody, just for me, I've gotten everything out of it that I wanted. I was watching Ryan Coogler yesterday on my phone, and everyone was like trying to get autographs from him and everything like that. And I sat there and I was like, Alvin, how do you really feel about this guy? Are you envious? Are you jealous? Do you want to be where he is one day? Do you feel like you've accomplished that goal? And I felt nothing. I didn't say, damn, I really want to be like this. I want to get there. I'm pretty much satisfied with the mark that I made, the realistic mark that I made. And I don't necessarily aspire to go any further as of now in life with that.
I was going to ask you that, because how true do you stand to that? Because I heard that you made an announcement. You were on Facebook and you made an announcement that you no longer wanted to, basically don't call me.
Right.
Don't ask me, because that's not where I am right now. I want to focus on my marriage, my family, and taking care of Alvin Gray. How did you get to that point?
Because I think I've reached the goal at this point with film. I've went viral several times. Now I find myself now not even making movies for the love of it. I find myself making them just for viral moments. And I'm like, I've been viral several times. Alvin, stop. Because at the end of the day, if you keep chasing that, you're going to wind up reaching defeat.
And what does it do for you?
Nothing.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you richer. It doesn't really, it's kind of like, all right, yeah, and I start to see my stuff also dying down. It's kind of like, all right, we get it. So I didn't find any love in that. Did the viral thing, sold out theaters several times. My movies are on every platform that I aspired. Like I remember when I first started getting back into film, like maybe 4 years ago, my only goal in life was to have one movie on Tubi. That was it. I was like, I just want to have one movie. I want to be able to say I got one movie on Tubi. And that was Sweet Dreams. I got that. Then I got another one, Check Please. Then I got another one, Risky Business, another one. So I just felt myself just like never being satisfied. I'm like, Alvin, you really just wanted one. Now you got 10. Okay, you got that. You got theaters. You did shows. Like I feel like there's nothing more that I can give with the talent and skill set that I have to give. I'm good. Like again, I'm satisfied. I'm happy. And I also, when I do get a chance to enjoy my life with my family and my wife and everything, I like that. It's cool.
Yeah.
Just to not have the stresses of that part, and just help a great aesthetics grow. The business my wife has going. So I'm happy without chasing that. Just for right now. Again, if something actually hits me from the heart, was like, hey, I got to do this. I'll do it. But right now, there's nothing really.
It's jumping out at you.
Nah, not for what purpose,
right?
And I also saw the quality of my work degrading, like declining. It's because I was rushing them. I'm trying to put them out, and I don't have a lot of time because I have a wife and kids. So it's like I got to hurry and get it out quick because I don't have a lot of time. I started getting lost in the nonsense in my art. It started becoming wishy-washy. So I'm like, you know what? Let me stop while I have some integrity, while I still have some name. And once my life settles down. My wife she's currently trending really, really high, so let me let her do her thing. She sat back and let me do mine when I was going. So let me let her do her thing. Let me enjoy the kids and stuff. And let me just sit here. Let me opt out. Was it electively? I elect myself to come out, so that's why I am.
Yeah.
Did I say too much?
No.
Okay. Like, I'm probably talking.
I think because I think this is the side of Alvin Gray that we don't know. Because we always hear of the films and Alvin Gray moving and Alvin Gray doing this and Alvin Gray doing that. But this is the side of Alvin Gray was like, I didn't know he felt like this.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, everyone knows their own work. And I know firsthand my work. Like, I know my own children. I know some of them ain't the best and some of them are better. The same thing with my movies. I'm like, all right, Alvin, you're not really putting out nothing that's really speaking to you no more. Stop. Just stop until you really have a real reason to put into it. My best work is when I was actually writing, when I was actually putting thought into the camera shots, the angles, the coloring, the casting, everything else. When I just started shooting like a reality show, I didn't like my results as much.
Yeah.
It's funny. People talked about it, but enough talking. I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alvin, what's the ultimate type film that you really would like to work on or work, or someone that you would like to work with?
I mean, the ultimate film that I would really, and I don't know if this is possible, but I would like to bring back 90s cinema. That's what I watch all day long. 90s commercials and 90s cinema movies all day in my house. So I want to be able to capture that magic again and put it on screen. Right now, cinema is just soulless to me.
Yeah.
The film is not warm no more. Everything is digital. The lights ain't right. It's just everything is clean. I just want to bring back warm cinema. So as far as who would I like to work with, no one modern is really doing it for me either. As far as bigger names.
Right.
But I can definitely say, as far as what kind of movies I would want to recreate, if they hired me and say, hey, we need you to recapture the 90s feel. I'm talking like the microphones, the audio, the hot lights, all of it. I would love to do that. I would love to give me Mrs. Doubtfire and ask me to recapture the nostalgia behind that. Give me Home Alone. Give me Hook. Give me whatever. Just give me The Mask.
Yeah.
I'm just a huge fan of that. I want to, and this is one thing that's been on my heart since I am married with children. I would like to possibly do a web series with that.
So why not create it?
I will. I think if that I will. That's probably going to be my next big thing. I don't talk about it much because then the expectations are set. But in between my new career with Gray Aesthetics and my family, I do sneak stuff here and there.
Okay.
And I'll take a couple months off and get with that when it's time. But right now, it's time to just glow.
I know that's right. Which is Gray Aesthetics. Let's talk about Gray Aesthetics. I had your wife here, beautiful woman.
Thank you.
And we talked about the fillers and everything. We've seen you on videos and everything getting fillers, injectables. What made you comfortable? Is first off of allowing us to see you getting injectables, fillers. What made you comfortable in doing that?
I mean, I'm a transparent person. There's not much I hide, just because I like that connection with people to know that, hey, you can be real with me because I'm real with you. So I just never was that kind of guy to hide stuff. I was always like, hey, this is what it is. This is who I am. Like it, I don't know, but this is it. So, and I also want to show people that, hey, we can get this too. You don't have to be Michelle Pfeiffer. I don't know why I said her name, but you don't have to be Michelle Pfeiffer to get Botox and filler.
So Michelle Pfeiffer, we didn't say you got fillers,
right? I don't know why I said that. Or Mickey Rourke or whoever. But me. Because I did get filler. I got filler to my eyes and I got Botox, full face tox. So
what's the difference? And I didn't ask your wife that. What's the difference between Botox and fillers?
So filler will actually, you fill in certain spaces. So like right here, if I had smile lines, I would put filler inside. It's like a liquid that will go inside my face.
Okay.
Or if I wanted to put it in my chin area. But tox it paralyzes or freezes the muscle. So like I used to be able to frown. Like if you watch my old movies, I'm frowning all the time. I can't frown no more. So this is as much as I can frown. Also crow's feet, it freezes the crow's feet and things like that. It freezes your 11s. I don't have no accordion headline and things like that also. So that's what tox do. Tox actually freezes the muscle and don't allow your muscle to make your face be all scrunchy.
Okay.
In layman's terms.
Okay. All right. So, and how long does that last?
So it lasts about 4 months. So every season, want to get winter, summer, and fall, in spring maybe, but it lasts about 4 to 5 months.
Okay.
If you want to stay frozen, so like me, I want to stay frozen. I don't want to, like, if I start seeing myself frown a little bit, I'm like, oh, I see a frown.
Yeah.
Freshen me up. Freshen me up.
It's time for a little
right. Especially if it's free for me. I'm like, hey, listen.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I got to get the glow. So I'm heavy now on to Botox and filler, if need be. I'm gonna advocate for it, and it's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Let me ask you this, because we all go through life and experience so much different things in life. What's one thing you wish? I wish I would have done this different.
I say I like to be honest, but I don't want to be that honest. I was just like, yeah. No, the first thing, honestly, was that went to my head, which children are weird, right? Because like they get on your damn nerves, but at the same time you love them to death. You would do anything for them, but at the same time it's like, well, y'all just go. So I think parents will understand this. I would have had children later, if I could have changed anything differently, but I didn't. I had them at an early age, which we had to grow together, which is fine. But I think that the knowledge I have now, in my 40s, as opposed to what I had in my early 20s, I'm a whole different person. And I wish I would have had the knowledge now to my older children. That's all. So that's probably one of the things I wish I could change. Other than that, everything else, including the children, kind of gave me the character that I am today, though.
Right.
So I don't know if I would change anything, including like my dark, as I'm going through my head right now, I wish I could see it, including my darkest moments I've experienced. I've learned something from that, and it gave me a lesson on how to move forward in the future, where it was like the same situation, but worse. It was like, okay, Alvin, you've been here before, so now you know how to move, so you won't get into a bad situation, but worse, Right. So everything that I've experienced in life, I think made me to the person I am. So I'm pretty happy with that. I don't think I'm lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. Mhm.
I heard, and not to bring up anything, bad or
Oh,
anything like
please.
that, but I heard you and my executive producer
Mm-hmm.
having a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we don't realize
Mm-hmm.
what we've done in life of how it could affect someone
Yes.
and not even realize it.
Yes.
Of how words could have affected someone.
Mm-hmm.
And we went on with life
Yeah.
and thought it was okay.
Yeah. The power of the tongue is dangerous. And
Yeah.
it took me a long time to learn that. And I'm constantly reminded, including today, but yeah, and that's something I need. That's I was going to teach my children about this also. You never know what kind of day someone's having. Watch what you say to people and how it can affect them, because you just don't know.
Yeah.
So if you don't have nothing positive to say, just, it's not going to hurt you just to shut up. Don't say nothing at
Yeah.
all, or watch your words or, build each other up. And that's who I am now. That's who I'm learning to be. But, when you're young and no one's really in your ear and you're thinking that you this, that, and the third, you don't necessarily know.
Right.
But I'll make sure that my children will know because I'll put that in their ear.
Yeah.
So yeah, be very careful on what you say to people because it can affect them any kind of way. That's why I'm very selective on what I say, even though I'm real now. I'm like, let me make sure I say the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you use that same mindset though also in your movies or the movies now to come?
Yes. I think, yeah, because it was a couple of things when I did the African American Psycho, the Hip Hop Freak, which is based around
which is a big thing now with documentary,
right? Yeah,
and all of that.
But even with that, it was some things that I wanted to touch on. But I'm like, you know what? It's kids involved. That's their mom, or this is certain things I just didn't want to do out of respect for how this could affect someone else personally. And I don't want to. I'm not here to bring anyone down. At all. That's not my thing. I'm a giver.
And it's the African American
Psycho.
So if you don't know what we're talking about, African American Psycho is based on Sean Pitty Combs. So and that's why I said about the documentary and everything that is out now. So it's now reliving your
the
movie is now being relived because of the fact that the documentary is out on his life. So a lot of people are like, well, how true is mine is his, which not.
It's scary though because some stuff really did happen.
Yes,
I'm like, how is this possible? How did we? Because we did it as a joke, as a parody. How did we know about these freak offs? How did we know he was doing these different things the whole time? How did we know? We just kind of just went with the flow of the story.
Okay, so let's talk about that real quick because we only have a few minutes. So how did you come up with that part of the story and not really know that this was part of what was about to come out?
I lived a crazy life. I told you sometimes. Some stuff based off of my life, people's lives, rumors in the industry. People say, such and such was doing da da da. So I just took different moments of different things and kind of blended them all together. And then I realized, we all live in the same reality at some point in life, Now, I never did anything that crazy.
Right.
But some people have, I know stories.
Yeah.
And,
and they still doing it.
Yeah, they are still doing it. So I've never been invited to one. But,
When you pause like, no one's invited me yet.
I mean, I got an email from Illuminati like 2 weeks ago. It was like, do you want to join the Illuminati? Yes or no?
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, is this real? So I got invited to that, but I never got invited to a after party, after party yet. So if you want to invite me, I'll just look at it and I may or may not come. I don't know. Depends on my wife let me.
His wife is not letting him. She will freeze his face like it's never been frozen before. So try to go, Alvin, if you want to. Listen, here at Talking with 3D, I love me some good games. And I got a game for you. Okay. We're going to move your cup right over here.
That water is actually really good.
Everybody always tell me, that's some good water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So here's your...
We eating this?
You're going to put these on.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to let you use this. You're going to put this in your lap, and you got to put this in your lap.
Okay.
You got to transfer what's in this container and put it in here. Okay. But I'm not going to give you got to find the container, you got to find the fork, and transfer that into what's in your lap.
Okay.
Now you can't pick it up.
I gotta pick it up with my hand?
You gotta use the fork
Use the fork.
and get the stuff out. Are you looking down at it?
No, I'm looking up. I think I'm looking at you.
Look down at the.
Oh, I can look at. Oh, I know how this works. Hold on. So
No.
now, oh, I
Take
see.
out and put it inside your lap.
All right. Hold on. Where is that? Right. Right there. All right, I got it.
You almost got it.
Hold up. That's the candle.
You know, you said you got one of them mines, so I said, well, let me see if he can get this. He gonna make a movie about this. Put it inside. No, Alvin, that's because of what kind of. Oh, he still ain't felt.
That's crazy. All right. What are you? What kind of game is this? A drunk driving game?
It's called Upside Down.
Oh, so I gotta look at it upside down.
Can you get one more?
Hold up. What's this? All right, hold up. No, I don't think. Hold on. Hold up.
You can't use it.
Oh, my fault. That's right. This is
He
crazy.
ain't even close. He ain't even close. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is Alvin Gray. He writer, director, producer, Alvin Gray here on Talking with 3D.
This is crazy. What a ride.
Yes.
What is this?
Alvin, I want to thank you so much.
Hold up. It was there the whole time?
Huh?
Was it here the whole time?
Yes.
I thought it was right here.
It's right here the whole time.
Oh, no problem. See, this is a wild interview. This is fun.
The whole time. Listen, thank you so much.
Thank you.
For stopping by. Go out, enjoy your holidays
For sure.
and everything. And you know what? I just want you to take time for you.
Yeah.
Take time for your family.
Yeah.
Take time for your children. And when you're ready, we're gonna know when you're ready. I
hope so.
Because you're gonna make a big announcement. and we'll all know. I love the fact that in all your IG posts and announcements and all that, they're fun to watch.
Yeah. Thank you.
It gives us, a lot of times you don't even realize, it gives us a sense of hope.
Good. Okay.
It really does.
Well, thank you.
Because of the fact that you don't take life so serious.
Right.
And not to say as a bad thing.
No, I get it. No, it's true.
But life to you it's experiences.
Yeah. That's
It's
all it
what
is.
happens.
Yeah,
For
sure.
So I appreciate that
Thank
about you. I appreciate you coming on the show.
I had fun.
And I want you guys, again, check out Alvin Gray. So many movies. You should check him out on Tubi, Prime, also on Apple.
Yep, Apple.
On Apple. So check out Alvin Gray. And again, appreciate you.
Thank you.
You guys go out, enjoy yourselves, enjoy your holidays. We will see you actually in 2026. So thank you. Enjoy your holidays. We love you. Peace.